captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Man, please. All about my bread like some ham and cheese. Amazing. Excellent. Fantastic. Game nights in college hoops. Not bad. Don't feel right without the headphones on. Oh, I gotta feel like I'm connected. Let's get it. Man, shout out to Rutgers. I don't know. They're not even in the bubble yet. But are they? Huge win last night for Rutgers over Illinois. If Rutgers could string together some wins, they're 5-7 in the Big Ten. One of the toughest conferences to play ball in. Almost every game you got is quad one. Shout out to Dylan Harper. Fighting his way through injury to play 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, he's the engine in this damn Rutgers team. The Scarlet Knights. I know Ace Bailey's special. But Dylan Harper is he's the battery pack to this Rutgers team. Illinois, I thought they was gonna fight back. They got it. Illinois was up 1 or 2. Not late in this game, but late in this game. Like 5-6 minutes left. We saw Illinois go down early against Ohio State and fight back. So I assumed Illinois was just gonna fight back over Rutgers. Rutgers said, no. Time to get your ass out of the bed. Get up. Ain't nothing like a little last minute. You right. Plus, I see this girl like twice a week, and my granny made macaroni and cheese. That's what Rutgers told Illinois. Y'all ain't coming back on us. Shout out to Murphy Lee, for those who don't know. Probably don't even know who Murphy Lee is. But man, Rutgers has only won 2 out of the last 5. So, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But they've been just close in every single one of these games. They only lose to Michigan State by 7. Only lose to Michigan by 3. And then you beat Illinois. Beat Northwestern. They got Maryland next. And then they got Iowa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they need to win 5 of these last 8. The good news is, though, they're 5-7 in conference play. Not guaranteed, but they're right for as of right now, they'll be in the Big Ten tournament. It's still disgusting to me that Minnesota, Northwestern, Penn State, Washington, 3 of those 4 teams right now won't be in the tournament. Then you got Iowa and Rutgers right there, half a game above them. Now I'm telling you, the Rutgers can win 5 out of their last 8. They would end up 10-10 in Big Ten play with enough quad 1 wins, I believe. They just got to make a run in the Big Ten tournament. I know that's a lot easier said than done. But I think this Rutgers team might sneak their way into the bubble and sneak their way into at least a last 4 in spot. And from there, anything is possible. They have the talent. This is definitely one of those teams, regardless of the schedule, just because of the talent. I want to see in the brackets. But they got to get there. They got to fight there. As of now, they're not even in the conversation. That win last night. I'm sure there's somebody saying, oh. But that's it. They're not even telling nobody. They're saying, oh. What was that, Bob? Oh, nothing. Nothing. They get a few more wins, then it's going to be, oh. What was that? Rutgers is looking good. As of now, they haven't even got out of the mind of some people. But man, beautiful Thursday for you guys. We're going to run through the bracketito, the projected bracket, as we do every Thursday. Getting these matchups right. Just playing around in our head some scenarios and circumstances to see who the Final Four this week is. Also, want to recap last night's amazing magic on the basketball court. Arkansas looks pretty damn good now, don't they? I wonder who said it first. Everybody said the sky was falling and Boogie Flan getting hurt was the nail in the coffin. I said, oh, on the contrary. And hats off to Boogie Flan. Amazing talent. He was the problem. Anytime you got a me first point guard, it's a problem. Especially with that much talent. I mean, now they just whipping the ball around, the ball movements popping. They're having fun playing. People excited, ready to get the ball. Before it was just like, do your thing, bro. Trash ass. Anyway, he's young though. He's a freshman. A lot of freshmen don't know how to. That's why freshmen don't play when I was a kid. Not every freshman just come in the league knowing how to damn play. But anyway, let's get to the damn show. Talking too much. It's Captain via hook with the red beard. Presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. I'm going live on a beautiful, maddening Thursday. You thought I didn't do the math, huh? You thought I lost track, huh? 6. I did lose track because I keep counting down to Selection Sunday and then trying to switch it up on Thursdays, and I feel like it should be 5 because I've been saying 6 since Sunday. 6 Thursdays away. 6 Thursdays away from us watching March Madness. Oh, what a joy! Anyway, Duke, the greatest team I've ever seen. I mean, hot ham, bruh. Lock your ass up. 83-54. Turkey dog whooping my Syracuse Orangemen. But I knew it was going to happen. I told you they went by 30 yesterday. My man Frank came. He going to take all the credit for it, but we all know who the real Frank is. Tennessee held on late against a Missouri team that was fighting, scratching, clawing. Shout out to Missouri, though, for covering. Only lost by 4. I spent 10 minutes yesterday saying, don't take the 8.5, wait for the 9. It don't matter. It does matter. But yesterday it didn't matter. Missouri keeping it close. Tennessee, though, huge win at home. That would have been a huge win for Missouri. But Tennessee holding on to that last number 1 seed, which I still don't think they deserve. Don't ask me who should get it. Don't nobody want it. But Tennessee, I don't like them in the last 4. Who cares, though? I ain't mad at it. Memphis, 83-71 win. They are now 9-1 in the American League. They beat Tulsa. Whoop-de-damn-do. I told y'all, they don't cover, bruh. 17.5 point favorites win by 12. The Memphis Special. They could have been favored by 4 yesterday, and they would have won by 3. Rutgers, I told you about it. 82-73 win over the Fighting Illini. Huge win for Rutgers. I don't know, man. I just want to see 3 in a row. Would love to see 4 or 5 in a row. But can you just give me 3 in a row? At this point, just give me 2 in a row. Let me see when the last time Rutgers won 2 in a row. They beat UCLA, Nebraska. Probably early January. Yeah, January 13th, they beat UCLA. Right after that, they beat Nebraska. Before that, 3-game losing streak. After that, 2-game losing streak. Shoot themselves in the foot. Michigan, they hold on late against Oregon. Oregon? Uh-oh. Think it's time to start worrying in Oregon. This team has now lost 4 in a row, 5 out of their last 6. Oregon, what the hell is going on? Sitting at 5-7 in Big Ten play. So I'm saying they got the same Big Ten record as Rutgers, and yet they was ranked 16th in the nation before Monday. As of Tuesday, I believe they're like a 6 seed. Yeah, they were a 6 seed on Tuesday when this bracket projection came out. I'm just saying, Rutgers, man, they might sneak their way into this damn tournament. Butler, 84-54. Seton Hall. What's your boy name? Shaheen Holloway? Man, boy should have stayed at St. Peter's. That boy, one March Madness run, got his ass a job. Hey, I ain't mad at it. Cincinnati needed this win in a major way, 93-83 over Central Florida. But honestly, Central Florida, I think this loss hurts them more than the win helps Cincinnati. Louisville, now 10-2 in ACC play. Wow. That's how you bounce back from a loss. You lose on Saturday, you get upset. Forget who it was, but you were 8-point favorites and you lost outright. And then you go to Boston College and you say, you know what? Taking all my goddamn anger out. 84-58 win for the Cardinals. Now 10-2 in ACC play. Pat Kelsey. This team won 3 games the last 3 years. Just amazing. Just amazing. George Mason, George Washington did not disappoint. George Mason. Better look this team up. They'll be in the tournament. 9-1 in A10 play now. 53-50. Nail biting. Action. George Mason wins by 3. The madness is real, people. And the madness is among us. West Virginia did me dirty. One of my few losses last night. Man, this game was 56-56 with like a minute left. And they just could not finish. 65-60 win for TCU. The Horned Frogs, West Virginia. They're up and they're down, but I still think they're gonna make a tournament entrance. Don't know if they make a tournament run, but a tournament entrance. Creighton, they wanted me to sweat a little bit last night. Nail biting action. I mean, this is a 1-point game until it wasn't. It was a 1-point game until about 7 minutes left, and then Creighton said, "Oh yeah, we're the hottest team in the nation." That's what the Red Beard keeps saying. I'm trying to tell you, Creighton, nasty. Creighton, hot. Creighton. Looking at that Final Four and salivating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8-game win streak for the Blue Jays. Creighton, 10-2, now in sole possession of second place in the Big East behind St. John's, who's 11-1. St. John's is playing UConn on Friday, and Creighton gets Marquette on Saturday. So Big East still very much up in Adams. Creighton also plays St. John, UConn, and St. John's after Marquette. So, and the next week, this conference, what's it called? Rankings? Who knows? You got St. John's, Creighton, Marquette, and UConn all within 2.5 games of each other, and they all play each other over the next damn week. Exciting times in college hoops, bruh. This is the time to be a fan. And luckily for football people, y'all gonna stumble y'all dumbasses in at the perfect time. Uh, while guys like me been watching since November, and y'all gonna come in and just get the best of it. It's like I've been cooking brisket for 12 hours, and you over there making grilled cheeses. And I keep saying, man, this brisket coming out good. You should check it out. No, man, I'm good on my grilled cheese right now. And then as soon as the brisket coming out the oven, you're like, oh man, matter of fact, let me come take a look at that brisket. Get your hands off my damn brisket. I don't know. Shout out to y'all though, man. Getting a treat. Ryan Kalkbrenner though, gotta say this. 35 points, 12 rebounds. The kid is special. Creighton winning 80-69 over Providence. Utah, the Utes, they beat Colorado. Colorado still looking for their first Big 12 play. Colorado in 11 in Big 12 play. 0-11. I mean, yikes. I don't know what the hell going on up there in Colorado. SMU 9-3 now in ACC play. SMU 18-5 overall. SMU the damn ponies. See y'all shut this team's sports teams down for paying players in the 80s. They come back and they trash for 10 years, and now you can pay players again, and they good again. Should just kept letting them play people. Villanova 59-49. They get the win over DePaul. And Arkansas, baby, now 3-6 in SEC play. I told you they was gonna win 5 in a row, and I was only off about 1 game. They ended up losing that 3-point game to Oklahoma. Heartbreaking. But since I said they win 5 in a row, they're 3-1. They'll take it on Alabama on Saturday. Trust me, that game would be closer and better than you think. Arkansas still trying to get that team in the damn bubble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games left for them to do it. They got a tough road. The SEC, though, luckily for them, just like the Big Ten, almost every one of these games is quad 1. I mean, you got Alabama, you got Texas A&M, who's ranked 10th. You got number 1 Auburn. You got number 15 Missouri. Alabama's number 3, by the way. Number 22 Mississippi State. You get Texas again, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and LSU. Need those. And then you need to probably upset a few of these teams. Man. I'd rather see Rutgers than Arkansas, to be honest with you. I love John L. Davis, but I'm not like rooting for Arkansas to get in the tournament like I'm rooting for Rutgers. But John L. Davis last night, 24 points, 4 steals. Man, just give the kid the ball. Georgia. 81-62 over LSU. LSU was like 11-2 or something at one point this season. They're now 12-10. What are they? 12-10. New Mexico 11-1 in Mountain West play. In New Mexico 19-4 overall. You better look this team up too. They're gonna be in the damn tournament making noise. 87-65 win over Colorado State. And Nebraska. Bryce Williams, 23 points. Nebraska, 86-72 win over Washington on the road. Nebraska down 10 at the half. They started slapping the floor. Tied their shoes up a little tighter. Tied the shorts up a little tighter. And started playing some defense. held Washington to 25 points in the second half. End up winning by 16 after being down 10. How you love that? California. Knows how to party. 74-62 win over North Carolina State. Ended up taking the over here at last minute. Boy, do I regret it. Not really. Took Wake Forest money line last minute too. Wake Forest 79-73 win over Stanford. Little plus money doggy there. Nah, great night last night. Woo. Woke up. Air smelled better. Wind was blowing. Birds were singing. Just matter than weather. All right, let's look at this damn bracket real quick. Have some fun with it. If you don't know how we do, you about to find out. And if you do know how we do, I know you ready. Captain by a hook. 6 Thursdays away. Let's look at this imaginary play bracket and see what the hell happens. Start off in the South. Auburn. 1 seed. Just put them in the round of 32. Now you got Creighton and Gonzaga. They keep trying to throw some dogs at my Creighton team. Creighton. They'll beat Gonzaga and Creighton. Like I've said many times before. They're going to upset somebody. They're going to upset Auburn. Give me Creighton in the Sweet 16 from that top bracket. And now you got Arizona and McNeese. Let's move Arizona. Although McNeese is a dirty dog. I'm going to move Arizona, Memphis, Grand Canyon. This game's going to be closer than it should be. I'll take Memphis, though. The 5 and the 4. Boom. That Arizona-Memphis matchup. Coin flip it. Let's see. I can't call it. Heads, Memphis. Tails, Arizona. Heads. I don't know how to show y'all. Tails, Memphis, heads, Arizona, right? Arizona. They in the Sweet 16 against Creighton. St. John's. They got a tough one as a 6 seed. They're either taking on Nebraska or San Diego State. Wow. Wow. Hey, congratulations, Rick Pitino. The greatest season in St. John's history. Here's a 6 seed. Awesome. By any chance you know who I'm gonna play? You're gonna play the winner of San Diego State or Nebraska. That's the reaction. That's a tough one, man. Rick Pitino, by the way, funniest guy I've ever heard. They said, "How much joy are you having coaching this team this year?" And he said, "I love these kids to death because they're giving me all they have." I said, "Wow, that's a strong statement from Pitino." He said, "But I want to kill myself anytime they shoot the ball or shoot free throws." I said, "I ain't never felt nothing more in my life." They are the worst shooting 3-point team in the nation. Maybe that'll hurt them. And of course, free throws is going to burn you come March. Give me the upset there. 11 seed taking down the Johnnies. As heartbreaking as it sounds. Get them out of here. Kentucky, Cleveland State. I know there's a lot of questions around Kentucky. I think they get healthy and at least win one game in this damn tournament. Kentucky, round of 32, taking on Nebraska or San Diego State. Kentucky in the Sweet 16. I don't think Nebraska or San Diego State got the talent to run with Kentucky when they're running on all cylinders. Mississippi State, Utah State. That's a coin flip. Utah State tails. It's tails. Utah State, round of 32. Houston beats them. Houston goes to the Sweet 16. So you got Houston in Kentucky, and then Creighton in Arizona. Give me Creighton in the Elite Eight. That'll be a crazy game though. Creighton, Arizona, type of game make you whistle. Houston, they'll take down Kentucky right there. That defense is atrocious. The only thing is Kentucky's defense is when Lamont Butler's in the game, their defense is a little better. But Kentucky is like, let's race to 110. First team to get to 105 wins. Whereas Houston, like, bro, you're not getting over 60 on us. Styles make the fight, man. That's gonna be a tough one. I'm just gonna put Houston in the Elite Eight right now. It's hard not to. Hard to bet against Houston. Houston and Creighton. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back to my handy dandy. Houston's tails. Houston's heads. They're the high seed. Tails, Creighton. Tails. Tails it is. Creighton in the Final Four. I tried to stop it. So many good teams in this bracket. And that's the thing. You know what makes me mad? They keep putting Michigan State and Duke in the same bracket. So they're going to end up doing that in real life. We're going to have Michigan State and Duke at some point play. If they both don't get upset. Creighton. The last team you expect. The 8th seed. Coming out of the South thanks to the coin flipper. Tennessee. This is the West bracket. Let's move Tennessee and then Clemson, West Virginia. Tails is West Virginia. It's tails. This coin's loving tails. West Virginia, Tennessee. Tennessee, man. West Virginia shown they can play with and beat anybody. Wow. And I love fading Tennessee come March. Just move Tennessee. The 1 seed gets to the Sweet 16. Missouri as the 5 seed. I hope they get to a 4 seed because that 5-12 always a dangerous matchup. But give me Missouri, the 5 seed advancing, and then Wisconsin, the 4 seed advancing. Wisconsin would play Arkansas State right now. UC Irvine would lose to Missouri. Missouri, Wisconsin. I like the dogs Missouri has. Wisconsin's a better, and I hate to say it, fundamental team. But Missouri, they can get after it and they can get buckets. They even showed it last night against Tennessee. They didn't come back and win, but they stayed right there because they were able to get buckets down the stretch. Give me Missouri in the Sweet 16 taking on Tennessee for the rematch we just saw last night. Tennessee wins by 4 at home. Now you get them on a neutral court in the Sweet 16. Oregon, BYU, or Pittsburgh. I don't like any of these teams. 11 seed tails, 6 seed heads. Tails. Oregon gets upset. F them. Texas A&M, the 3 seed. Northern Colorado. Let me get Texas A&M there. Texas A&M goes to the Sweet 16. They definitely beating whoever. Oregon, BYU, or Pittsburgh. Texas A&M in the Sweet 16. How you love that? UConn, Ohio State. Man, I don't know if Ohio State even be right here. They keep losing games. UConn, let's do it. Iowa State, Florida Gulf Coast, Iowa State. Iowa State gets upset by UConn. UConn, Texas A&M. How you love that? UConn's back in the Elite Eight. And they're taking on Tails for Missouri, Heads for Tennessee. Woo! Tails again. Missouri and UConn, a 5-7 matchup in the Elite Eight. The Madness don't get no better than that. Man, what would that be? UConn -7? I'd have to take the points with Missouri, man. Anything over 6. Yeah, it might be UConn -4. Missouri's a dangerous team and at a higher seed. But you just know come March, the people who haven't watched all year are going to see UConn, Missouri in the Elite Eight. And that UConn line is going to move 3 points from wherever it's bet. And I'm going to come in and take the points with Missouri. But let's see who wins. Missouri, UConn. Tails for UConn. It's tails, bruh. Ain't no damn way UConn makes it back to the Final Four. And ain't no damn way we get 2, what's it called? Big East teams in the Final Four. Anyway, Alabama, the 1 seed. Put them past Southern. St. Mary's, Oklahoma. That's going to be a good-ass game. St. Mary's hasn't won a tournament game in 10 years. You give them Oklahoma, I think they win one. The 8 seed, St. Mary's, taking on Alabama. Alabama slaps them around the damn gym. Give me Alabama in the Sweet 16. Illinois taking on Yale. Illinois beats Yale. Then you have Texas Tech. Wow. Tails for Illinois. Heads Texas Tech. Tails a damn game, bro. I promise this ain't a two-sided coin. I mean, you see the heads and the tails. Illinois, 316, losing to Alabama. Alabama in the Elite Eight. Illinois could play with them, though. I would like Texas Tech to have a better chance to beat Alabama just because they've shown they can play with people against Houston. Whereas Illinois, I don't know. I think Alabama beats Illinois easily to get to the Elite Eight. Maryland, Drake. Wow. Wow. Tails is Drake. It's heads, Maryland. Although I think they get upset. Maryland. I'd pick Drake. Maryland, around the 32, taking on Marquette, who's the 3 seed, taking on Jacksonville State. Maryland, Marquette. I just flip it every time for Maryland. So much bias against Maryland. Heads. Marquette advances. Maryland trash. Marquette, Sweet 16. They take on Purdue, Louisville, Vanderbilt, or Bryant. Give me Purdue in the round of 32. Give me Louisville in the round of 32. Purdue gets to the Sweet 16, and they take on Marquette. So we got Alabama waiting on the winner of Marquette and Purdue. Tails is Marquette. It's heads. Purdue gets to the Elite Eight. Purdue, Alabama. I take Alabama. Alabama, our first 1 seed. We get to the Final Four. Man, Purdue, Alabama. What you think? Alabama minus 2 or 3? I'd lay the points. Anything under 5, I'd lay it with Alabama. What about Marquette, Purdue? If we see that matchup. Probably Purdue minus 5. Purdue minus 4, maybe. Marquette has a little respect on them. Purdue, that's a 2-3 seed too. Probably be Purdue minus 3.5. Got some fun matchups here, man. Once we start getting closer, we'll start really breaking down what we think some of these point spreads will be on these games. Really start looking at some matchups that we really will have the possibility to see. Right now, we're just spitballing. Duke, the 1 seed. Let's get this last Final Four team and look at tonight's action. Give me Duke, the 1 seed. They're taking on either Baylor or Texas in that round of 32. I'm going to flip the coin. Tails is Texas. Heads is Baylor. Heads, Baylor beats Texas. Baylor loses to Duke. Duke in the Sweet 16. Oh, the Mississippi taking on George Mason. Give me Old Miss to advance. And then you have my Michigan State Spartans at the 4 seed. They take care of business. Old Miss, Michigan State. Tails is Old Miss. Yikes. I can't go against the quota. I like Michigan State to win it all this year. Old Miss upsets them in round 2 according to the quarter. They will take on Duke in the Sweet 16. UCLA, Georgia. Give me UCLA by 1,000,000. Kansas, Townsend. Give me Kansas. And then give me UCLA. The mighty Bruins. Upsetting Kansas in that round of 32 to make it to the Sweet 16. Michigan, New Mexico. Michigan, we better watch out. You better not cry. Also, New Mexico, not going to be at home. That home court gives them 10 points, I'm telling you. Flip it. Heads, Michigan advances. Florida, the 2 seed, they advance. Michigan, Florida. Wow. Where are we going with this, people? Pick them. Florida minus 2.5. You give me any points for Michigan, I'm gonna take them. You give me a plus money line on Michigan, I'm gonna take it. But how do you not? How do you not favor a 2 seed over a 7? I'm just say Florida minus 2.5 gets bet down to a 1.5 by tip. Uh, Heads. Florida wins. Hey, I'm not arguing with the quota, bro. Both of my teams knocked out, Michigan and Michigan State. So we got Florida taking on UCLA. Damn, that'll be a good game too. What's that? Again, Florida minus 3, Florida minus 2. And then Ole Miss Duke. How many points does Ole Miss have to be against Duke for you to take them? She got to think it's going to be Duke minus 9, Duke minus 11. Everybody's anticipating Duke to just beat everybody by 20 or 30, including myself. I'm going to say Ole Miss minus 13. And I'm going to flip the quarters. Heads. Duke. They get to the Elite Eight. It's a 50-cent piece, not a quota. But anyway, they upset Ole Miss. Now we get UCLA, Florida. Wow. Again, I'm taking a lot of dogs in this East if I get the opportunity to. I'm going to take UCLA plus the 2, plus the 3. Love to get it plus 5. Tails. UCLA upsets Florida. So now we get UCLA Duke. Duke minus 11 again, huh? Duke minus 9, 11. Duke, the last team in the Final Four. So we got 2 1 seeds, a 7 seed, and an 8 seed. Duke, Alabama. Only 2 teams I truly think will make it. I think Creighton loses in the Elite Eight. I think UConn loses. I don't know. Just the way this bracket's set up, they got an easy road where they at now. But I don't think UConn makes it to the Sweet 16 this year. But man, it's always fun to just look at this stuff. Talk numbers. Hypotheticals. Can't wait till tomorrow when they update it. I want to see. Arkansas is the next 4 out right now. But they're not the first 4 out. They're the next 4 out. Just beat Texas. Maybe they get into the first 4 out. Arizona State's trash. They keep losing. So I think Arizona State and Arkansas switch. But then you got Wake Forest and SMU, who's playing just as good as Arkansas. Central Florida took a few losses. Honestly, outside of North Carolina, I would take these next 4 teams out: Wake Forest, SMU, and Arkansas, and switch them with the first 4 out. Maybe minus, I don't know. None of these first 4 out teams do it for me. Central Florida, Xavier, Arizona State, or USC. So I don't know. Going to be beautiful. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to see what the hell happens. But anyway, today, let's talk some damn hoops. I'm going to be honest, bruh. Ain't nothing to preview. Ain't nothing to preview. Except for maybe, there's really only one game I'm not betting. I'll preview. There's a few games. Sometimes the previews be dropping some gems that the bets don't drop. We got Maryland taking on Ohio State. Ohio State minus 2.5 at home. Can't trust Ohio State. Will never bet Maryland again in my life. Do what you want with that. Do what you want with that. Ohio State was up 11 against Illinois and should have won that game, lost it. And that's what they've been doing all season. Ohio State, I said this at one point, they should be 16-4 instead of 10-9. They just keep doing it. They keep going cold when they need it most. I think against Illinois, they went like 7 minutes without a bucket. The last 7 minutes of the game. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Can't call it with that one. Can't call it. Can't call it. And then let's just go all the way down to the end. Washington State. They need to get right spot. Here's Oregon State with Wayne Tinkle. Oregon State's favored by 7.5. Washington State plus the points is a bet I would take here. Washington State plus 7.5. But I'm staying away because Washington State's falling apart like a good brisket. I do got 2 bets for you tonight, though. Keeping it simple. I'm not going around chasing Nathan. Had a great fucking night last night. Got 2 bets for you tonight. 2 of the best teams in the conference. I gave Frank the day off. Yeah, that's right. I gave Frank the day off. You tell me Duke gonna win by 30 and they do it, you can go chill, bro. He don't like waking up early any damn way. Loyola Marymount taking on Gonzaga. Gonzaga minus 21.5 when I woke up, minus 22.5 now, and it looks like they're going to be minus 23, minus 20. This line's going to run up to 24, 25.5. Get on it at anything under 20. Really, get on it. 21, 22, minus 22.5 on Gonzaga taking on Loyola Marymount. I think Mark Few got the wake-up call he needed. Look for Gonzaga to be dominant the rest of this month. St. Mary's. All they do is win, win, win no matter what. All they do is cover for the Bucks. St. Mary's on the road, minus 6.5, taking on San Francisco. The Dons. San Francisco having an amazing season. They're at home. Every reason to bet San Francisco tonight, plus the 6.5. St. Mary's coming off of the win against Gonzaga. Letdown spot? No. Contrary to all the trends, give me St. Mary's minus 6 and a hook. So we're going up. Excuse me. It's a damn morning show, people. Captain by a hook, baby. We're going Gonzaga minus 22.5. St. Mary's minus 6 and a hook. Little 2-pack. 2-pack of swishes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. And thank you for the support. It's Captain by a hook with the red beard. Presented by StareDownSports.com. Stare down greatness, baby. I'm Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. Going live right here with you. 6 Thursdays away from the madness. Tipping off. Tipping off. Take all these wagers at your own risk. And please, please, gamble responsibly. Dobbs. Aha.